Welcome to the Foreign Accent Stamp, the podcast that proves your voice is your greatest asset. I'm Rania Hübscher, and each week I bring you powerful insights, solo episodes, and conversations with non-native English-speaking entrepreneurs and high achievers who've built success on their own terms. This is about more than just speech. It's about mindset, growth, and owning every part of who you are. Are you ready to step into your next level? Let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Foreign Accent Stamp. Today, we're going to talk about why ready is a lie. But first, I want to tell you how amazing last week, or this week was, last week when this podcast episode airs. I just came off of the Women Thrive Summit 2025, and we had over 50 amazing speakers who poured their all into it. And it was such a joy to witness them. And after we've seen each other weekly for the past almost a year now, to see them on stage, on the virtual stage, and sharing their story publicly and sharing their gift, their expertise. I'm so proud of everyone who was involved and so grateful that I was allowed to be part of it, because it was collaborative, it was supportive, it was just outright amazing. And I'm still feeling so much joy and so much gratitude. And honestly, I can't believe that it's over already. Like, this has been in the works for about a year, and we all knew that this was coming, but still, it kind of took me by surprise. Lots of things had happened during this past year where, my focus had shifted temporarily, and it was just, you work towards something and then it's there and it's gone. You know what I mean? It was just, it took me by surprise. But anyway, I loved it, but I didn't feel ready for it. I didn't feel ready because in my head, I went through all the reasons as to why I would have loved to have another week of prep, as to why I thought, some things could have been done better, as is the case almost all the time. And that's why this idea for this episode came about, because I bet you too want to feel ready for something. But can you remember when the last time was you really felt ready? When you pushed yourself out of your comfort zone and you felt ready for it? Like, has this ever happened to you? I have a hard time remembering when this was the case for me, ever. So, ready is a lie. Today's episode. If you're waiting to feel ready, let me tell you, you'll be waiting forever. Because it's just a myth. I don't know who came up with it, but being ready, feeling ready, it doesn't work, because momentum and progress and success comes from starting from the doing and not from waiting until you feel like it, right? So many people I know, including myself, delay action because they think motivation or confidence will magically appear first. But that's not how it works. Who's with me? And why ready is a lie is because our brains are wired for comfort and safety. So whenever we do something that feels uncomfortable, that we maybe haven't done before, that requires us to appear, to show up at our highest self, our brain tells us, ooh, better not take the risk. And for various reasons. Anything new, let me tell you, feels uncomfortable at first. And it's not because you're not ready, but because your brain is literally trying to protect you, to lure you back into comfort, into what feels familiar, into what you know. And the trick is to recognize that discomfort is a sign that you're actually on the right track, right? Because if you only take action when you feel fully prepared, you'll stay stuck. You'll stay at one point forever. Growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. And that happens before you feel ready. The people who succeed aren't the ones who've waited. They're the ones who took action and act despite feeling uncertain. And yes, you might tell me now, oh, Rania, I'm not ready. Like, I'm not made for this. I'm afraid I'll look stupid. I'm afraid of feeling embarrassed. Insert any fear. And most of the time, I'm not ready really means I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of looking stupid. I'm afraid of succeeding. I'm afraid, insert any fear, right? And every expert, every coach, every person you admire started there. They started as a beginner once. They didn't come out the shell being so proficient, being so professional, being so knowledgeable, right? Everyone started at one point. And the only way to become ready is to start while you don't feel ready. And it's so difficult. It's not easy, but that's exactly why so many people remain stuck, because they think, and I used to think the same, by the way, and it took me so long to realize and to push past this, because I thought, maybe tomorrow I'll feel better because today I feel a little bit too tired, and, better do it when I'm rested, better do it when, my brain is just working its magic, when it's not tired all the time, when, you can present in front of people, when you have the amazing outfit and, you only fit into the outfit if you lose a couple of pounds, couple of kilograms. And so you're not ready yet, and better not do it because, and you find all these excuses, but that's just your brain telling you this is outside of your current comfort zone. And if you're now telling me, well, that's good and all, but I still don't feel any motivation, I don't feel any drive to actually put myself forward, put myself into these situations, let me tell you, motivation is just as big of a liar than readiness is. Like, sometimes you feel motivated, right? I mean, for me, this especially happens when I am procrastinating something else. Cue cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning anything really. My motivation spikes to do anything but the thing I'm supposed to. Who feels me? But motivation to do the thing that's outside of your comfort zone, like being motivated to stand up in front of over 1,000 people, you're never gonna feel like it. Like, oh, let's just do it now. Except maybe if your brain is wired for dopamine and it's a very spontaneous thing. But anyway, usually I'd say you're not gonna feel motivated to do that, right? Most people think they need to feel motivated before they take action, but it's actually the opposite. Same as with feeling ready. Motivation or feeling ready isn't what gets you started. It's only taking action. And taking action is creating momentum and motivation. Because once you've done the thing, you're going to feel a rush of positive emotions. And you're getting in motion. And you think, I want to do it again. I want to do it more. Because you want to feel the rush of positivity, of, I did this, of pride, of success, of content, and of being so proud and so happy with yourself that you want to feel this again. But if you wait too long, then everything subsides again. So that's why it's easy to lose momentum if you don't stay in it, but it's easy to maintain it if you stay in it. Right? So don't wait for feeling motivated, because again, you'll wait forever. And this is where also discipline comes into play, because You might not feel motivated to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. You might not feel, I don't know, motivated to go to the gym every day. Speaking of myself here. Discipline would be our greatest friend. Because again, motivation is a fickle thing. And the most successful people that you see, they don't rely on motivation. They rely on habits and discipline, especially discipline, because you can only maintain a habit with discipline, right? They start when they don't feel like it, and that's why they make the progress. And they stay in momentum, because they apply discipline to doing the things that gets them to their goals. So the difference between success and staying stuck is doing the work, especially when you don't feel motivated, when you don't feel ready, when you don't feel inspired, when you don't feel passionate. Action fuels itself. The first step always feels hard, but once you take it, once you gain momentum, and momentum builds confidence, the easier it gets. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Don't fall into this trap of waiting for feeling ready and waiting for motivation to kick in, because it's the small and tiny action is the thing that actually moves you forward. You don't have to take big leaps. Like, you don't have to sign up for speaking on the biggest stage in the world if you haven't ever spoken in front of more than 10 people. So by taking a small step, speaking in front of your colleagues, then speaking in front of I don't know, more colleagues at a town hall, more people, increase the number. Slowly but surely and gradually increase the number, increase the stakes so that you actually move forward. You don't have to take big leaps. Like, I want to speak on Brennan Burchard's stage, for instance. I would love that. Am I qualified to do that yet? No. But I'm taking small steps. Speaking at local events, speaking at global, international events, but slowly but surely building my skills up. Right? And if you're asking yourself now, well, how do I actually start? Because I haven't built up discipline. I haven't built up momentum yet. It's exactly that. It's lower the stakes. Start small. And more often than not, we think the first attempt at anything has to be perfect, right? Like I told you, the first episode, I overthought so much what I was going to say. And then I thought, no, it doesn't need to be the perfect thing. I just need to start. I need to start small. The first step, the first thing is just experimenting, gaining experience. And instead of putting pressure on ourselves, we can see it as a learning opportunity, right? The goal isn't to be great right away. It's to start and improve as we go. And, speaking of the Women Thrive Summit, it helped tremendously that there was a deadline. Like, I knew March 20th was the day. There wasn't like a deadline extension. There was nothing like March 20th, 12 p.m. UK time. And do I wish I was more prepared? Yes. Do I wish I didn't have blue fingernails from the blueberries I ate the day prior? Yes. But, nothing's perfect. And if I could have, I would have found ways to delay it. And so setting a deadline or making sure you have a deadline, tell your boss or your friend that you want to speak at a certain event, certain day, certain time. If you don't set a start date, you'll keep pushing it back. So give yourself a non-negotiable deadline and commit to it. Find yourself an accountability partner. Tell a friend, like, hey, by that time, I want to start doing XYZ. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll keep finding excuses to delay. So Take the tiniest action. The best way to start is to make the first step ridiculously small. Want to start a podcast? Record a bad first episode today. Want to speak in front of people? Prepare something. Speak in front of your friend. That's terrifying enough, right? Want to launch a business? Create a rough outline today. And test your idea, I don't know, on TikTok maybe. Small steps eliminate fear and create momentum. So remember, readiness isn't real. Only action is. So do one thing today that you've been waiting to, quote unquote, feel ready for. Stop waiting and start now. You'll figure out the rest on the way. Let me know what resonated with you in today's episode. And as always, thanks for listening. This was your voice of encouragement. Thanks for listening to the Foreign Accent Stamp. If you love this episode, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to support the show, take 10 seconds to leave a 5-star review. It helps more people find these conversations, and it would mean the world to me. For more insights or to nominate a guest, head to ranyahupshire.com/podcast. Until the next episode, I appreciate you.